Alright, let's hit record and let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking one last detour before we finally get to the skyblock. Mostly because I figured let's get a couple of short games out of the way. Yeah, no, that was just me going quiet, Neko. Sorry. Like I said, barely waking. I barely got up not even an hour ago, so. And my usual time frame of waking up is usually about 2 hours, roughly. Then I'm usually fully awake at that point. Anywho, so now it's time to go back into Disney's past with Disney's Aladdin. So, Aladdin is interesting and is one of those interesting things because it was one of the only Super Nintendo games I had as a kid. And I gotta be honest with you, the main reason why I've been wanting to kind of just review the Aladdin games, like the 16-bit Aladdin games, is very simple. I want to see if this was another teen Alex was an asshole kind of scenarios. Although this would be more kid Alex at that point, but you get my point. Because I heard for years and years and years and years that the Genesis version was one of the best games ever. Blah, 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 blah. And every time I tried to play it, I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know? Now, granted, part of my thing is that I kind of have I had the exact opposite problem of the Lore Runner, where he would blame himself for not liking a game that's popular. I'm the exact opposite. I'm the one who's looking at everybody else going, what the fuck do you all see? And that was the Genesis version for a long time. But I think a direct head to head comparison actually is kind of warranted. So, now granted, what's funny is that this collection actually has all of them. Now initially it was literally just I want to say it was the Genesis version, and I think a couple of the other like ports of it. And then finally, as DLC, they actually added the thing. So we're gonna get into it, and yeah, we're gonna start with the Genesis version because get the version I'm not looking forward to playing out of the way first, and then go ahead and do so. As Jafar laughs at us. Initially, I was only going to do the Super Nintendo version and just kind of talk about my feelings on it, but I feel like that wouldn't be warranted. So, so we have multiple versions here. Okay, we have the console N version. I don't know why they call it that. That should be console SN version. Console S version. So in other words, the Sega version. There's also the Final Cut version. So, the Final Cut version is interesting because it's actually kind of the what they intended kind of version. That's actually an interesting point. Should I do the Final Cut version, or should I just do the regular Genesis version? Because effectively, this one is a remaster. Then there's of course the demo, and the Japanese version. So, we also have the handheld version, which we can do in either color or in the classic monochrome. we're of course going to not bother with that just yet. Yeah. Let's take a look at our options. Not a lot of options. Admittedly, oh, there's a level select. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. There's built-in cheats to this version. So if I feel like I'm struggling, I can just turn on the cheats and be done with it. Alright, I'm gonna look something up before we get started, because I forgot about this. There we go. That's what I wanted to know. So in other words, the idea is that the Final Cut version is the definitive version. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and review that then. That's what we're gonna do. We'll review the Final Cut version because, for all intents and purposes, this is the one that they're claiming is the one that it fixes all of that. But if you want the version with all the bugs and everything, they included that. That's actually not bad. I actually kind of like that. So, let's get actually, you know what? Since we're reviewing the Disney Classic Games, the Classic Games version, let's go ahead and give the positive for the Switch, for the Switch remasters built-in cheats. So yeah, just right off the bat, because we're reviewing the Classic Games version, yeah, positive. And this is, of course, a positive that will just be across all of the versions. Because, duh, right? Alright, so let's try out the Genesis version and see what everybody's all what the hubbubaloo is all about. The following, oh, it even just tells you. The following Final Cut version of Aladdin features bug fixes, camera adjustments, and other refinements that were not present in the original release of the game, but represent potential changes that the development team may have implemented had they had more time. We hope you enjoy this updated version of the classic game. Okay. So it just comes right with a sound test. Alright. I will go ahead and I will acquiesce to this. I don't think this is the greatest use of music ever, but I have to give them props for how they translated the movie soundtrack. So, yeah, if you're expecting me to be a stingy bastard, no. The music is a positive. Absolutely. Alright. Enough horsing around. Let's do it. So, Genie bonus level. So if we hit that, we can do that. There's also the Abu bonus level. Blue hearts are worth extra health. The lamp with the smoke is our health meter. I'm not ready yet. You spend the blue vases are we throw apples with. We collect and throw apples. You want to collect gems. The restart point, aka the checkpoint, is that, and the 1-up. In Agrabah, a far-away land of wind and sand, a young street rat named Aladdin must steal to survive. Meanwhile, Jafar, the Sultan's advisor, plots to take over the kingdom by stealing a magic lamp from the perilous Cave of Wonders. Our story begins on a dark night. Okay, so no negative for lack of thing. Jafar, haven't you found him yet? How much longer do I gotta keep running on this thing? We just immediately go to that. Quiet, Iago. I must know who can enter the Cave of Wonders. Ah, a young thief. We must extend him an invitation to the palace. So, if you're expecting me to dog on the way the story is told, don't. I'm not gonna be that petty. Speaking of which, let's immediately give a couple of positives. I don't like that the music pauses when you pause, but But let's give a couple of more positives. Ah, come on. I am just screwing up all over the place. What? Why the hell did you refresh? Oh my god. So, right off the bat, we're actually going to give I'm going to give one positive to gameplay, that being the animations, because the animations are very smooth and awesome. And I'm also going to give a positive to the animations and sprite work over on the story axis, because I do think the sprite work is actually really well done. Like, you can see it on Aladdin's sprite here. And you can actually and I do actually kind of like Aladdin's idle animations here. Come on. Gonna do it? You're not gonna do it. I thought you had another idle animation. But yeah, no, it's you get the sense that he's always alert because he has to be. So, wow. Okay, we're already. Oof. Controls are very responsive, I'll say that. I don't know why Prince Ali is here. Because there should be one jump ahead that's playing right now, not Prince Ali. Oh, ah. Alright. So now we have a continue point. Whoops. So, I know that's the everybody's gonna hate me for this, but I may give a there's two negatives that I'm like expecting to give, but one of them has not popped up yet, so I can't really give it. But I am thinking I may give a visual distinction negative. Because a lot of... How do I phrase this? It feels like there's a lot of, like, okay, what can I interact with kind of thing. It's not rampant, so at most it'll get one. But yeah. Nice. I got the Abu thing. Cool. So, the merchant. You can buy lives or you can buy wishes. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a wish. Why not? So, that is kind of cool. I like that they basically turned the merchant into a gameplay mechanic. I'm not a fan, admittedly. Yeah, this. I'm also not a fan of this minigame. There we go. And now we get the Abu bonus level because we found Abu's token. So, if I'm not mistaken, so Abu has a sword. And the idea is you just need to dodge the, collect the gems, dodge the falling debris. Oh, you little. There's a lot of crap that they throw at you in this bonus level. I'm just using the I'm just using the cheats just to kind of, for the purposes of just seeing everything, you know? Wow, they are, whoa. How long does this go? I'm actually curious enough that I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go for it. There you go. Cool. Having escaped from the guards, Aladdin is approached by an ancient beggar. There's a cave, boy. A cave of wonders filled with enough treasure to make all your dreams come true. To find it, you must find the two halves of a magic scarab. The first half is lost in the desert. So this is their excuse for adding in extra levels. Which is funny because the Genesis game just takes you right to the Cave of Wonders. So now we have to find the scarab. Oh hey, look, appearances from other characters. Disney characters. So, I suppose we should go ahead and judge the first level, because the first level is effectively the intro. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and just give... I'm not going to give a positive to... Oh, there's the idle animation I was... And I was, wondering about. I am going to go ahead and not be stingy and give a positive to Agrabah as a level. I think it's actually got some good exploration and such, so yeah. I'm not going to be stingy, I'm not going to be a dick. Positive to that level. How the heck are you supposed to get that? Oh, well. Ah! Oh. Ah. I gotta be honest, this is the level that usually has the hit detection, where I start to feel the biased hit detection. Because I do feel the hit detection is a bit on the bias side. I can't. I'm blocked. Ah! Yeah, I might give a visual distinction negative. Because, yeah, you can kinda... There's not a lot of tell with what you can jump on and what you can't. Also, Jafar, if you're trying to get me to go into the Cave of Wonders, why are you having Iago block me? That makes no sense. Okay, that's a little on the mean side, I'm not gonna lie. Although, I do find that amusing. Using men's, women's, genies. Eh. And there we go. I haven't thrown a single apple this entire time, except for accidentally. Well done, Street Rat. The second half of the scarab is in Agrabah, in the possession of a clever thief. So now we go to the Agrabah rooftops? What? Okay, yeah, Oh, wow, you can actually deflect projectiles with your sword. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Ah! Alright. Also, yeah, the cutscene didn't tell us why are we finding flutes, by the way. Come on! Oh my god. And now it's one jump ahead, by the way, if you noticed. Ugh, and yeah, there's the hit detection being biased, like I said. Okay, that's just mean. Ugh. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna accept that death. Wait. All the way back at the beginning? No, not accepting that then. Oh my god. Oh my god, really? Come on! There we go. Ugh. Wow, that is just wrong. Yeah, I'm probably gonna give a negative for enemy placement, because some of the placements are just dickish. Like, wow. Ah, you... Again! And Jafar, if you want Aladdin to go into the Cave of Wonders, why is Iago fucking him up? So, now we're fighting Kazim. I never thought the movie would actually, the Genesis game would actually have Kazim as a boss, but oh, there we go. I do like that they give you the health recharge. Oh, hello. So now we're up against Razul. Hence why they gave you the refresh, by the way. Ah, come on. Okay, this is just bull. There. Okay. Well, let's get through this first. There. With both halves of the scarab, Aladdin is ambushed and unexpectedly by the palace guards. You won't get away this time, thief. It's the Sultan's dungeon for you. Unhand that prisoner by order of the princess. Jasmine's just suddenly in the story. Sorry, princess, you'll have to take it up with Jafar. Cast into the Sultan's dungeon, Aladdin can think of only Jasmine, the girl from the marketplace. Would he ever have a chance with a princess? Okay, I may actually be like... I may actually give a negative for the cutscene construction, actually. And the flow of events, because a lot of the use of the plot feels like it's just an excuse. But I think I am going to go ahead and give that visual distinction the visual distinction and the hit detection negatives, because they seem a little biased. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna give Kazim a positive, because that fight was actually kind of fun. However, I am going to give a negative to the hit detection, the visual distinction, the enemy placement, and that fight against Raoul can just go, it can just fuck right off. Just straight up can go fuck itself. Not a fan of that fight. Ow. And now we're up against skeletons, whose death can hurt you? What? Oh, like I said, biased. Oh, come on! What the hell? Oh, god damn it. How the hell was I supposed to see that little prick? God damn it. I'm not ready for you yet. There. How do I get up there? Oh my god. Oh, come on! That's what I mean by biased hit detection, by the way. Okay. Let's try this again. And there's the enemy placement being dickish. probably the first level I have disliked. The other levels have either been meh or like not bad enough to warrant a negative, or have been, you know, just good, like Agrabah. The rooftops were okay. I'm not gonna give the rooftops a negative. The rooftops were just there. Do you take fall damage? That's something I need to test. Hang on. Let's get a little bit higher. It doesn't look like it. There we go. I don't know how apples became the thing, but whatever. Ugh. Give me the Scarab Street Rat, and I will show you the way to the Cave of Wonders. Go on, boy. Take nothing but the lamp, and you can return for the treasure. Jafar, could you hurry up? I'm dying in here. Far easier to steal the lamp from a street rat than from the Cave of Wonders. So, how do I... There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do a save. Because if we quit the game, I want to actually see something. Options. So Sultan's Dungeon. That's the one. And that's the one that's getting the first level negative. I gave Raoul a negative because I didn't like fighting him. But I'm gonna give Sultan's Dungeon a negative. Okay. So we can actually see how many more levels there are. Cave of Wonders, the Escape, Rug Ride, Inside the Lamp, Sultan's Palace, Jafar's Quarters, Jafar's Palace. So. Alright. So back to it. Ah, wow. How the hell were you supposed to know that? So, yeah. Wow, what? Oh my god. Wow. So this level's kind of awful. What? It just ends there, though. What? Where do I... What? Huh? What am I supposed to do here? I'm just gonna accept the loss. What the... Okay. Go away. Okay. Oh, wow. Really? What? Okay, that one I'm not gonna accept. Oh. And that's why I say, hey, this game has bad visual distinction. They're beautiful, detailed backgrounds, but it's hard to tell what the hell's a platform and what's not in this one. Which is funny, because I never have that issue on the Super Nintendo version, also High Raxor. Oh. That's just if I want to go back that way. Which I do not. Ah, god damn it! Wow, really? Well, screw you too then, lady. What the hell was that? What? bats. Okay. What the hell, Aladdin? Jump! No, don't jump off the... Oh my god. What the hell? Go away. Go away. Hi, you. What do you got? What do you got for me? That one. You know what? I'll buy a few of them. Ah! Do I keep going? Nope. Ugh. This is definitely not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, really. I just think it's got issues. Fucking bats! Okay, good. Okay. Did that open up anything over here? No. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this level, to be blunt. Alright, so now we're at the boss. A evil, multi-armed golden statue. And then carpet allows us to move over here, regain some health, which is good. Fuck, forgot about that. And that's why they give you a checkpoint right there. Also, haha, boo. And there we go. Fine, I lose, whatever. What's with the Pop Goes the Weasel thing? Anyway, now we have Abu in the cave. Since we got the Abu token. So. Ho ho. Got it. There we go. That one was kind of nice. Infidels, you have touched the forbidden treasure. Now you will never again see the light of day. So now we have to escape the Cave of Wonders. Very important to have. Very important to have this scene as a level in your Aladdin. If you're doing an adaptation of the movie, you gotta do this scene. And every single one does. Every single one that I've played does. We'll see if the Game Boy one does it. I guess... oh. I guess I should have known that was a pet. I mean, that actually... I'm not actually going to blame myself on that one. And because, yeah. Oh my god, these jumps. Wow, some of this is just like... how the hell would you even get all that? Oh, wow. That was a mistake. Oh, come on. Oh, what the fuck ever. Yoink. Whoops. Okay. Oh, whatever. I lose. Now we're on to Rug Ride. Okay, before we get there, I'm going to give the Cave of Wonders level a negative. So, yeah. Cave of Wonders. Oh, and I forgot to update the HUD with the Sultan's Palace negative. Or the Sultan's Dungeon, rather. 6. Yep, that's where we're at. Oh. Yeah, not a fan. And just think, this is the... and keep in mind, this is the Final Cut version. This is the one with the bugs... with the bugs fixed. So, I do like that they tell you which way to like which direction you should go, you should do. But then the game just gives up, and then you have to guess, which is just mean. Like, what? On a couple of them, you have to guess. Oh. Oh. Dang it. Up. Does not know. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Ah, come on. Ah, holy crap. Shoot. Up. Down. Oh, you mean jerk. Oh. Okay. Not a fan of that, if I'm honest. I don't want to give that a... do I want to give that a negative? Alright. I think... Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do, actually. I don't like that level for incredibly obvious reasons. But I do kind of also like how frantic it is. You know what? We'll say positive and negative. So yeah, I'm gonna go positive and negative for that level. Because on the one hand, it's really tense and really cool, but it's also frustrating because of how just insanely fast it goes by the end. And I prefer it on the Super Nintendo version where it's more of a test of a test of your skill rather than, well, a test of your memorization, you know? In the last instant before freedom, the mouth of the Cave of Wonders collapses, trapping Aladdin and Abu inside. When Aladdin inspects his prize, he is suddenly swept into the strange world within the lamp. So, he's just yanked into a sub from beach. Alright. Before we get to the Genesis iteration of Friend Like Me. Yes. God damn, that's annoying. But yeah, we all know what that's going towards. Thank you very much for the sub, BJ. I have jotted that down towards Elden Ring. The last, one of the last Soulsborne games I will ever play. So. You know, it's funny. Without the built-in cheats, the Genesis version would be at a net -2 on gameplay right now. It's at a net -1. And I stand behind that, for the record. Oh, this level's gonna suck. Oh, there it is. How the hell are you supposed to see that? Although I do like that we get column A and column B there. Have a little column A, a try all of column B. That's cool. Although why are there upside down versions, I don't know, but whatever. What? Okay. What? Okay, what the hell do I do here then? Okay, there we go. For some reason it wasn't grabbing it. Biased hit detection indeed. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I have to hold the button on that one. Game, can you have a little bit of consistency, please? God damn. Oh god, Genie's hands are acting like the Roku blocks. I was wondering what the heck was up with those. And now I know. Come on. Ugh. Oh. Okay, I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but I don't like Inside the Genie's Lamp. Top pasted A. Yeah, that was the upside down A. The column A, but it's upside down. Ugh. Alright, let's just get the I don't like the level design negative going. Not a fan of the obnoxious level design or inside the lamp. Free from the magic lamp, the genie helps Aladdin escape the Cave of Wonders. With the lamp in his possession, Aladdin races back to the palace of Agrabah and Princess Jasmine. So now apparently we're going through the Sultan's palace. This is where you would have Prince Ali, by the way. Although you would think after the wish, the guards would not be fighting you, but whatever. Oh my god. I hate those clashes sometimes. Go away. That was a lucky guess. What is with all the Ayakos? It is cool that they recreated so many locations from the movie. I will say that. But it feels like they were so like like they loved their background so much that they didn't think about designing, a good game around it. Okay, I'm sorry. That is a bit mean. I don't know. I've just always felt like this one was more clunky than anything else. Well, it's because I feel like I take way too many bullshit hits. And bullshit hits in this one. Oh, come on. What's with this shit? Get out of here. What? Carpet, why are you in my way? Or is that just not where I'm supposed to go? There we go. Now Carpet gets out of the way and we can proceed. So now we're up against Iago. Okay. Ugh. I'm just gonna say wash to that one. Not a fan of it, to be honest. So now we're on to the final level, Jafar's Palace. Yes, we're already here. So now we've got some annoying platforming. Ah, should have known on that. Ah. Oh, you dick. Oh god, I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough apples to do this. Holy crap, there's two of them. What? I can get blocked by the fucking... by a platform? Oh my god. I might just accept the death just to restock my frickin' health, restore my health. Shoot. There we go. Okay, so now we're up against the final boss fight against Jafar, and this fight kind of sucks. Oh yeah, no explanation as to why we're fighting him, by the way. I don't know if you can beat him with... Oh, there we go. Okay, it gives you apples, so that's good. Alright, so then he turns into a snake, whose flames... What? Oh, that's why, because he can cause pillars of fire. Fire on the platforms. Ugh. Oh. Wow, really? Okay, I'm just gonna accept the death. Fuck it. I need to restore my health. Alright, so go off screen a little bit. Holy crap. Oh, come on. Ugh. Frick. Okay. Oh my god. Go away with that shit. Alright. Alright, we're gonna rewind all the way back to just before Jafar, Jafar, alright, there. Now that he is starting to do that, I have beaten him without cheats, but I am not wanting to be stuck on this stupid level forever, so there. We're just gonna turn on invulnerability and be done with it. Yeah, you literally have to use apples to defeat him. Unbelievable. There. And that's it. That's it. We defeat Jafar, and then Aladdin and Jasmine kiss for the entirety of the credits. Okay. I know I haven't been really critiquing the story too much, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to sit here and, bash the storytelling. But I do feel like there is... the storytelling aspect of this feels like they kind of just didn't bother. If you understand the distinction. Oh, yeah, sorry for not acknowledging your question there, Beej. I've been alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and give a positive to the backgrounds, but I am actually going to go ahead and give some... yeah, fair enough. I'm actually think I... Well, okay, you know what? No. I've seen NES games tell their story better, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just give a negative to story sequencing. So, yeah. I am actually going to go ahead and I'll play nice and I'll say the backgrounds are nice, but the story sequencing, the ending, and and the outro in general, bad. All of it bad. Because there's even for a game of this era, that ending was pathetic and terrible and no. Oh, you know? It feels like they should have added at least one or two more cutscenes to explain things. I don't really know of a place that where you wouldn't be breaking the bank for that, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of this storyline. Or sorry, the way. Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. I like this story in the movie and in the Super Nintendo game. I don't like how the Genesis version tells its story, but I am, as I said, I'm neutral. I'm neutral on the story. Gameplay, I am a bit more negative, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think this is a very, I don't think this is a very good game. Uh, yeah. Oh look, it's another level that I was never a fan of. Although I will say I do find it kind of funny how there are actual like cameos from different ones. In this level in particular, you can actually find Sebastian around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Right over there. And of course, in the desert, we fought Ka. So. What? What? Huh? Am I still here? Because the Twitch app screwed me over. Okay. I was like, what the hell? Oh. My phone is the problem. I'm connected to the internet. Okay, that's weird. I'm connected to the internet on my computer, but not on my phone. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, and here's the bonus game we didn't play. The bonus game is okay. The bonus games are okay. I don't think I'm going to give a positive to them, though. And I just realized I had my TV unmuted the whole time. Oops. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it. All right. So going into the audit, the story score is a net 0, and the gameplay is 6 story positives, or 6 gameplay positives and 11 gameplay negatives. As a silent version of the credits roll because I left it idle for so long. Okay. So yeah, that was an issue with my phone. That was weird. But yeah, so let's go into the audit now. So, animations. Yeah, I've gave a positive to that. Atmosphere and tone. Meh. Babylon 5 effect for what story? Background lore, banter, branching narrative, brickwork. I've said my piece. These camera work, characters, cutscenes, dialogue, external continuity. I could be mean and give an internal continuity negative because it feels like it's all over the place, but I'm not going to be that mean because they actually do attempt to do this. This is an American game, so localization doesn't really apply because, I'm not Japanese trying to determine how good the Japanese localization is. That'd be an interesting idea if there was like a version of me in Japan, There's not, I'm 99% sure, but, you know. Music direction, outro, pacing, padding, heading. I'm gonna play nice on like all of this. Yeah. No, I think we're gonna stay neutral. I think I'm gonna keep it neutral. I'm literally gonna just keep it completely neutral on the story because I actually think that's fine. Gameplay now. Let's see. All roads lead to Rome. Animations, I've said my piece. There was no real audio spam. Not really any backtracking. Not really. Gotta fly. Bestiary, bosses, bugs. Bugs, builds, choices, co-op, controls. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Core mechanics, cosmetics, medics. Enemy placement, I gave a negative to. Enemy variety, ooh. You know what? I actually think I do. I think this. No, I think I do need to give a enemy variety negative. Alright. Said my piece there. Gotcha. Yeah, that's... I gave that in specific levels. I'm not going to give a general one. Because there wasn't actually that much gotcha in this thing. Go figure. Integration and segregation. In late game. Levels and stages, yeah. Mission checkpoint. You know what? Let's give a positive to the checkpoints. Good checkpoints. A mini nuke? What? Okay, I'm dreading this. Now, what do we got? Interesting. Yeah, I saw it. I'm going to play nice. I'm actually going to give a triple positive to checkpoints. So, there we go. Music, I've said my piece. Actually, you know what? Let's up the music to 2. Screw it. It would have been 3 had had the music not been had the music been kind of better programmed to loop better. I think I would have been okay with it. But there it is. Options are fine. I mean, kind of lacking on the new one, but still not as bad as the Requiem collection. So no negatives. Negatives for it. Outro said my piece. Spacing, padding, adding quality of life features. Features, that's the built-in cheats. Ooh. Actually, there is another quality of life feature that I'm going to add. Alright, so yeah, definitely gonna do that. Replayability. I have no desire to play the Genesis version ever again. Simple as that. Save system, blah, 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 blah. By the way, okay. I know some people are gonna probably want me to ding the fact that there's only one save slot per game. When it comes to, progress and everything. I'm not going to. Because these games are so short, and the SNES version has password saves, by the way, that I don't feel it's warranted. Plus, there's the level select sheet option, so yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna fully leave that alone, you know? Okay. Tutorialization train. Viscerality. I hate myself for saying this, but yeah, I do think a negative for viscerality is warranted. So yeah, negative to viscerality, unfortunately. Visual distinction, I gave the negative for. Walkthroughitis, no. Weirdly enough, I don't think there's actual walkthroughitis. The closest you come to with that is Jafar, and even then, it's like Yeah, and even then, it's like it's not that hard to figure out what to do. He's just a really, really obnoxious boss fight. So that's it. So, at the end of the day, we were left with 11 gameplay positives. Yep. Really? We were left with 11 gameplay positives and 13 gameplay negatives. Which means our final score for the Genesis version of Disney's Aladdin is net neutral to gameplay. Or net neutral to story, excuse me, and a net negative 2 to gameplay. Which, for the Genesis version, means we are left with a final score. As much as I know that a lot of people are going to hate me, is net negative 2. I think I'm going to stand behind that. Net negative 2 sounds about right. Because, again, I'm not trying to say that this is a bad game. Far from it, honestly. Honestly. No, a bad game would be something that would score, over net negative 10. But net negative 2, that's neutral. I am completely neutral towards the Genesis version of Aladdin. And to be honest with you, yeah, no, that tracks. Because to me, that just makes so much sense. This is not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, my opinion. It's got some good music. It's got some interesting ideas level design wise, but I honestly just feel like this is just it's just kind of there, you know? It's not a bad game. I'm letting it pass. And yeah, that's my final word on Genesis Aladdin. I can see why people like this game. I do. But I don't think the hit detection is good. I don't think the level design is good. I think, and I just kind of am ambivalent to the whole thing. But now it's time to move on to the next version of the game, which is the Game Boy version. I was thinking of just jumping right into the SNES version, but no, I want to end on the SNES version, so we're going to do the Game Boy one next. So for those watching on YouTube, see you in the next one.